Mugs up, everybody. It's Matthew and Nathan, and today we're making a Chemex.
Hell yeah. All right. That was a lot of walking.
A lot of walking being a barista in Seattle.
I mean, you know.
Today we're making a Chemex. Yeah?
Yes, big Chemex. My go-to brewing method.
Yeah, you're kind of like the Chemex guy.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about like the history of the Chemex.
Yeah. You know, the Chemex, classic. That's what I kind of think. Like, so it was created in 1941 by Peter Schwambaum.
Thanks, Peter.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
He was a chemist who kind of just really loved coming up with like ideas. He had, I believe, over 300 patents by the end of like his career. We're calling it that? Career as a chemist?
Well, you can call it a career.
Didn't really gain any traction until around 1943. 1943 is when the Museum of Modern Art actually submitted the Chemex as like one of their pieces. So that's kind of when it was kind of like, okay, this is kind of cool, and it's a unique way of brewing coffee.
There's nothing more Seattle barista than making coffee in a piece of modern art. Like
Right.
That's pretty much,
Yeah.
that's the peak. You've
Yeah.
made it in life.
Yeah, when you're making coffee in an art piece, and you know, creating such a beautiful cup of coffee with a beautiful coffee maker. I mean, what else can you ask for? Am I right?
Yeah. It's also a pretty wide range of what you can make on a Chemex.
Yeah.
Like French presses, you're pretty much going to make a dark cup of coffee.
Exactly.
And pour overs, I feel like you kind of have to work to make it richer and fuller, but the Chemex, because it's that whole pot, like...
Yeah, you can really just kind of like take those flavors and push them around so much. That's kind of, I think, kind of the idea behind this video is we're going to kind of break that down a little bit more for you.
I also feel like at the end of the day, we have to remember, if you get something that you like into a cup, you did it right.
Exactly.
But I'm ready to go make a Chemex.
Yeah, let's do it.
The Chemex is a great beginner brew method because it's a lot of water and a lot of time. So you've got a lot of space to make mistakes. We're gonna do a 1:16 ratio. So today we're putting 45 grams in and getting 720 out. We're gonna break that into 3 pulses. We're gonna start with a bloom where we double our grams. So 45 in means a 90 gram bloom. And then the other part of that 720 is gonna get broken up into 2 pulses. Each should take about 2 minutes. Start there and you'll make a decent Chemex.
That's great, but we're gonna turn it up a notch. We're gonna take those 2 pulses and turn them into 3. Our acidity, our sweetness, and our body. Today's coffee features orange and bell pepper. What we want to do is we want to highlight that orange. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take water from the last pulse and we're going to add it to our first pulse. That is going to increase that beautiful orange while maintaining a really nice cup of coffee that's light.
All right, let's start off this Chemex.
Yeah. So first thing we're going to do, give that baby a pre-wet.
Pre-wet the filter.
Oh yeah. Why?
Gets rid of all that paper taste.
Exactly. Who wants a papery coffee?
Not me.
No one. Am I right?
Today's favorite notes are paper and not pre-wet filters.
Yeah, so paper filter, all of that paper juices,
Juicy.
delicious. We're
Let's
dumping
go.
those. Paper tea, I got you. Okay,
I got you.
add in our coffee here. All right, nice, freshly ground coffee. Right, so we're going for 45 grams. First 30 seconds is what we call a bloom, okay?
You want your bloom to be about double the amount of weight of your beans. So we put 45 in, so we're doing a 90 gram bloom.
Exactly, maths. Basically, I would be happy with even less than that, just because there's no flavor being extracted from the bloom cycle. It's just gonna be, you know, the starting base of our Chemex, right? We're starting our first phase of the coffee right here.
Your first pulse brings out the lighter, fruitier, floral notes of your coffee.
Exactly.
So we're bringing out the sweet notes. For
Yeah,
this coffee,
exactly.
that's the orange.
The orange, yeah, it is. Right, so now we're starting our second pulse, right? Now, the first pulse, orange. Second pulse is going to bring out those pepper notes, right? Those bell peppers.
You want to make sure to be making circular pours. You're aiming for any dry part of the coffee. A dry bean isn't doing anything for the final product. While you're waiting for it to drip, feel free to do some breathing exercises. As you breathe in the coffee aromas, fill your lungs with the goodness of the earth. And breathe out all the tiredness. Channel the caffeine. Be the Chemex. Be the Chemex. You should be seeing a nice creamy texture up top.
Yeah.
That means that your grind is set correctly.
Exactly.
If it's looking too watery, your grind is too coarse.
This third pulse is going to bring out those like really nice, rich, earthy flavors of the coffee.
So it's the third pulse that really defines the body of the coffee.
Absolutely. Yeah. So like the longer you brew it, the darker that coffee gets. So the earlier we pull it out, the brighter the coffee, the more fruity. But the longer we let it brew, you know, you're gonna get those more dark chocolate notes and stuff like that coming in. And boom, just like that, our Chemex is finished. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull off our filter, throw it to the side. It's all compostable, so we're saving the environment here, doing our good work. All right, now that we're finished with our Chemex, we're gonna give it a nice little spin here. The reason why we're mixing it all up is we have 3 little layers inside of here for those 3 different pulses. So we really just wanna incorporate it all into the coffee.
All right, and that's how you make a Chemex. Hope you guys had a good time. Make sure to like and subscribe this video.
Absolutely. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, until next time, mugs up.
Mugs up. I think that works.
What happened to the grinder, Matthew?
We don't talk about it.
As you breathe in the coffee flavors. No, you gotta hold it together, dude. You gotta hold it together.
How much of a bummer it would be if we thought we hit record, but we really just hit stop.
Recording now, yeah.
No, now we're not. Ready? 3.
Get it out. Ouch. Release the tiredness in your body. You have to be breathing out now.